It's Friday night, music is playing, friends are laughing, someone has you a drink. You don't even think twice, you take it. Just one drink to relax, one drink to feel free. And at first, it feels harmless, fun. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do we need alcohol to have fun? Why do we need it to feel confident, social, or happy? Many people drink because it's normal, because it's everywhere, in parties, weddings, even casual dinner. But what if I told you that this normal thing might be silently changing your life? Alcohol isn't just a drink, it's a decision. And sometimes it's a first step into a different life, a life you didn't plan for, a life with blurry memories, broken relationships, and forgotten goals. No one wakes up one day and decides to lose control, but it starts small. One night, one party, one mistake, and then another. People think alcohol helps them open up, be fun, connect with others. You make choices you'd never consider when your mind is clear. You find yourself in places, conversations, or relationships that don't feel right later, and slowly, alcohol becomes the bridge to unhealthy people, fake friendships, and wasted nights. And the worst part, it pulls you away from the people who truly matter, your family, your true friends, your goals, the version of yourself that wants better. Alcohol doesn't just change your night, it changes your path, beat by beat. It takes you away from your values and brings you closer to things that don't serve you. Some people say, but drinking a little is fine. It's just for celebration. I don't get drunk. And yes, drinking once in a while at a birthday or wedding isn't the end of the world. But here's the truth. Most addictions don't start with abuse. They start with just sometimes, and slowly your sometimes becomes every weekend. Then it's every night. This video is about awareness. It's about seeing how alcohol, especially when it becomes a habit, can change the entire course of your life. Alcohol is tricky. It doesn't take everything from you at once. It works slowly, quietly. It makes you laugh at first. It helps you forget things. It gives you fake confidence. But over time, it steals something more important, your control. When you drink often, you will slowly stop being the person you need to be. You will stop making clear choices. You will stop growing. Your health suffers. Your sleep gets worse. Your energy drops. Your brain becomes foggy. You will start losing the connection with your body, your mind, and your purpose. And the thing is, alcohol doesn't just affect your night. It affects the next day too. You wake up tired, irritated. You eat worse. You cancel plans, and slowly those small effects pile up. One lazy day turns into a lazy week. One missed workout turns into a month without progress. And your goals, your dreams start fading away. Now, let's talk science for a moment. Alcohol messes with your brain chemicals. It gives you a fake dopamine rush. The same chemicals your brain gives you when you achieve something real. But the difference is when you drink, that dopamine is unearned and your brain starts to crave that fake reward more than real ones. So instead of working hard to feel good, you drink. And instead of growing stronger, you stay stuck. Even worse, alcohol becomes the part of your brain that helps you make smart decisions. That's why people say things they don't mean or do things they regret when they drunk. That happens often enough. You will stop trusting yourself. You will stop believing in your own discipline, your own strength. And that's dangerous. Because if you don't trust yourself, how can you build anything real? Some people start drinking alcohol just for fun. They want to feel more relaxed, more confident, or simply fit in at the party. At first, it seems harmless. A drink at a birthday, a toast at a wedding, or a glass with friends on the weekend. But what starts as a social habit can quietly grow into something much more powerful. The problem is, alcohol doesn't just stop at giving you a buzz, it affects your brain, your decisions, and your relationships. You may find yourself hanging out with people you never planned to. Your priorities change. You start caring less about your health, your family, your work, and your goals. You begin to skip gym days, ignore deadlines, sleep late, and eat poorly. Alcohol doesn't come alone. It often brings laziness, junk food, drama, and sometimes even conflict. Without realizing it, you may start drifting away from the people who truly care about you, like your family. It becomes easier to cancel dinner with your parents than to say no to a party. It becomes easier to ignore your health than to give up that drink. Alcohol slowly starts to change your lifestyle, and the most dangerous part is it doesn't happen all at once. It's silent, it's slow, and by the time you notice it, you're already far from where you wanted to be. But here's something important. Not everyone who drinks alcohol becomes addicted. Not everyone loses control. A glass of wine at a celebration or a drink with friends once in a while might not destroy your life. It's not about demonizing alcohol. It's about understanding the full picture. The real danger is not in one night drink. The danger is in what that drink can lead to over time. It's in the habits you build around alcohol. It's in the people you spend time with when you drink. It's in the way alcohol becomes an escape instead of a celebration. And when it becomes your way of dealing with sadness and anxiety or stress, that's when it begins to control you. Alcohol gives your brain a quick feeling of relaxation. But after that short high, it creates a low. That low can make you feel tired or even more lonely than before. So what do many people do? They drink again to escape those feelings. It becomes a cycle, and this loop can be dangerous, not just because of the alcohol itself, but because of the mental trap it creates. Now let's talk about something a lot of people don't want to admit. Alcohol is often used to run away from problems. People drink because they're stressed about work, or they're feeling alone, or they just had a fight with someone they care about. And in those moments, alcohol feels like a quick solution. But here's the truth. Alcohol doesn't solve problems. It hides them for a few hours, then makes them worse. You wake up the next day with the same problems, plus a hangover, guilt, and less motivation to fix anything. And it's not just about problems in your mind. Alcohol affects your body too. It hurts your liver, weakens your immune systems, messes with your sleep, and increases your risk of serious diseases. Even small amounts can have a big effect over time. You may not notice it at first, but slowly you feel more tired. You get sick more often, you gain weight, your skin loses its glow, your energy drops, and you wonder what's wrong when the answer is in your habits. There's something even more important. Alcohol takes away your time. Think about it. The nights you spend drinking, the mornings you lose in bed, the hours you waste feeling unmotivated. That's time you could have spent on your goals, your growth, your family, or your passion. Alcohol doesn't just damage your health, it steals your future, one drink at a time. Now, here's the most powerful point. Most people who drink regularly don't even think they have a problem. They tell themselves it's just social. I only drink on weekends. I can't stop anytime. But if you ask them to stop for 1 month, just 1 month, many of them can't. That's when you realize it's not just a habit anymore. It's a dependency. And that dependency becomes a silent prison. Think about your relationships. Alcohol doesn't just change you, it changes the people you let into your life. When you drink often, you naturally attract people who do the same. You end up spending time with people who don't talk about goals or health or self-improvement. You laugh together, sure, but you don't grow together. And that's the problem. Slowly, your circle changes. Your environment shifts from one that pushes you forward to one that keeps you stuck. And what about your family? Alcohol can quietly create distance. It should be banned. We're not saying you should never touch a glass again. That's not real life. The truth is, a glass of wine at the celebration, a drink at the birthday party, that's not the problem. So in the end, Alcohol doesn't make the life better. It just hides the problems for a moment and leaves you with more. But you don't need it. You are already enough without it. Every time you say no to alcohol, you say yes to your health, your energy, and your future. So choose clarity, choose the strange. This is your life. See you in the next.